firing up the harvest rate again. Yes, we are. And Tammy made some killer spaghetti sauce today. And we're putting away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares of 2 servings spaghetti sauce and some taco meat. Whoop, whoop. Okay, here we go. Spaghetti, taco meat, and more spaghetti. And right now we're about 3 minutes away from loading it up. And we're just gonna let this thing run all night long. And this stuff will be done sometime late tomorrow. When it's real moist like this, it takes quite a while. But it's well worth the time. And like I say, it just blows my mind. This stuff's gonna taste just like it did 5, 6 years now, 10 years now. Yeah, I'm pushing it. Trying to live to 25 years from now to taste my food, but I'm gonna give it a try. So, we're gonna get this stuff into the freeze dryer here in a couple minutes, and we're just gonna let it go. And I'll get back with you on some of this as we go. And a lot of people have asked a lot of questions about the freeze dryer. The harvest rate runs about $2,800, and they're on sale right now. And freeze drying, if you don't know what it is, you better look it up. Because the way things are going right now, it might be a good idea to have a couple of years worth of food just kind of laying around in case you decide to go camping for a long time. You know what I mean? So, anyway, we're at 13:24. This thing is going to switch over and tell me to put the food in. I'm going to stick it in there, put it on go, and it's fully automatic. And next thing you know, we're going to have freeze-dried spaghetti and taco meat. I'll show it to you when it's done, and I don't know. If you're into saving or prepping or dog food even, or camping or hiking, or I mean, it's really nice to be able to just take something like this and heat up a little bit of water, and you can actually pour it right in a pouch, get it the consistency you want, make some noodles, and boom, you're having dinner. In this case, it would be taco shells. And I think later in the week we're going to do some burger patties. Those come out real good too. But it's all about saving food. It's all about, the prices are going to go up horribly in the next few years. And I just want to be ready. Simple as that. I just want to have food. I just want to be able to eat and afford things that I learned to enjoy through my life. But when burger gets up to $10 a pound, that might be a little scary. So anyway, I'll get back with you in a little bit here, and we'll show you how this is coming along. Now I'm going to mention a little bit about meat here. You got to be careful with meat, because meat, if it has a lot of fat, it doesn't freeze dry well. Oil and fat does not freeze dry well. And remember that, like you can't do a stick of butter, a bowl of grease, and say a steak or a piece of pork or something that's just loaded with fat on the outside and stuff. You got to trim that stuff off, because it's not going to freeze dry, and you'll end up making your food go rancid and ruin the whole batch, and nobody wants that. So remember it. And there's a little bit to learn here. It's kind of like metal detecting, I guess. Everything's got a learning curve. But what I'm learning from this is I can preserve food for up to 25 years with the same nutritional value, same texture, same taste, as long as it's rehydrated properly. No brainer, my friends. See you in a bit. Something to remember when you're doing sauces like spaghetti sauce or something like taco meat, there's a lot more moisture than there is in, say, doing ham or something like that as a rule, and it's going to take longer. And this has been going now for 19 hours, and we're just about through the drying process. And I don't know, it looks like there's about an hour left, maybe a little longer. So this one took quite a while, but if you look in the chamber here, taco meat's looking pretty darn good, and spaghetti sauce, same. And I'll show this to you before I bag it up when we take it out of here. But it's going to be really neat when we're out camping and stuff. That was an extra good batch of spaghetti sauce too she made, so it's kind of cool. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 meals for 2 to 3 people in each one of those squares when it's rehydrated. All you got to do is put it on noodles and you're having supper. And it's a good supper. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there so you know that. And as I learn, as I go with this thing, I'm going to sure share it with you, because this is a lot of fun, as well as a really good idea of the way things are going these days. And if you do a lot of camping and hiking, like I say, just amazing. Amazing machine. And we use the Mylar bags, as I've shown before, and one of these days I'll do a thing on Mylar bags, because they're not all created equal. That's something to remember. And it's important you don't go through all this work and use inferior products to store your stuff so it gets ruined in storage. Think about it. Awful lot of work to let it get ruined. So anyway, we're at 19.44 hours, and we'll see how this goes. It'll be another hour and a half maybe. But it's just about done. We're counting it down. There it is. We've got 23 hours running, and it's like 14 hours drying time for a whole bunch of meals. And that's costing me not very much in electricity. Okay, there we have it. And this is a spaghetti. As you can see, these ones there. It's hear that? I mean, it's dry. I'm gonna break it just a little bit, just to show you. See there? Dry as a bone. Yep. There's some little spacers in there. But yeah, it's done. Dry as a bone, all of it. And the meat, same thing. You could make powder out of it if you wanted to. It's done. Yes, it is. And this all goes in Mylar bags. And we're going to do that here in a second. Alrighty, so we're going to use these Mylar bags. And these are by Harvest Right. And I'm going to drop these in here, just like so. Now when you seal these up, they don't get vacuum sealed like a vacuum sealer does. Sometimes people think it's supposed to get vacuum sealed, and that's not the case. What we do is stick an oxygen absorber in here. When I get all these bagged up, we'll seal them, and each one's going to get an oxygen absorber. And sealed up. I don't have enough space here, so I'm going to shut the camera off for a minute, and I'll show you how we seal them up.